Well, hello friends, Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. You know, they say I'm a little bit on the crazy side, and I have to admit it. I mean, when you had a nickname like Crazy Mark, I guess you must have some crazy tendencies. Now, I've been saying for weeks, so if this happens, I don't want you guys to come back and say, oh, it's easy to say that you said that before, after the fact, after they'd won. Okay? It's kind of like I said, Dak Prescott. I was on board with Dak Prescott before Dak Prescott was cool. And they say, oh, you're lying about that. It's like, no, I was one of the first people out there. I did a video right after the Senior Bowl, after watching him play better than Carson Wentz, that said that Dak Prescott is the perfect quarterback for the Cowboys. And I have people that call me all the time and say, yeah, right, you're full of shit. You didn't see that. I did. I really and truly did. And so we start the season 3 weeks from today. 3 weeks from today, we will be watching the Dallas Cowboys versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And everybody has the Cowboys written off that they got no chance in hell to win that game. But I'm going to tell you, I'm going to say they have a chance to win that game. I'm going to say that I think that they will. I can't guarantee it, but I believe that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are a little overrated on this. And you're going to say, how dare you? But guys, take a look at what happens to NFC teams after they go to the Super Bowl. The next year, they are not anywhere near the same team. You can go back and look at the Atlanta Falcons. They made the playoffs, but they weren't as good as they were the year before. Take a look at Cam and the Carolina Panthers after they went to the Super Bowl. They just had a steady crash and burn. The Eagles, same thing. After the Super Bowl win, downhill. 49ers, boom. Now, I'm not going to say that Tampa Bay crashes and burns and ends up not making the playoffs. I still think Tampa Bay is a good team. However, we've got this perception that Tampa Bay is a juggernaut. Tampa Bay didn't even win their division last year. New Orleans did. And that was including having time without having Drew Brees. Remember, he broke like 11 ribs there? Yeah. Don't get me wrong. Tom Brady's the GOAT. He's the best quarterback in history that never has been hit. Okay? I'm not going to go through and say that he was better than, say, Roger Staubach or Joe Montana or any of the great quarterbacks of the past, because it was a different type of football. They were running for their lives and getting the shit kicked out of them, whereas Tom Brady, it's like a video game. You can't touch him. You get all day to go ahead and do what you got to do without being molested or fear for your life. Be that as it may, Tom Brady is incredible. With that being said, though, Tampa Bay is a really good team across the board. But we're made up to think that Tampa Bay, oh my God, you got to play the Tampa Bay defense! Ah! Like it's the 85 Bears. Let's visit this for a second here. Tampa Bay's defense is really good. But if we take total defense, you had first the Rams. They were the best defense. Best. In total defense. Then you had the Ravens. Okay? The Ravens were next. All right? Then the Steelers. Then Washington. Washington was fourth. Then you had New Orleans, and then the Miami Dolphins. After that, New England. New England, which had a lot of players that sat out. New England, watch out for New England this year. New England, I'm telling you, is coming back with a vengeance. Then you had Tampa. Interesting. I want to give you another little taste here that's kind of interesting. They averaged giving up 355 yards a game. Right behind them, only 2 yards behind them, were the New York Giants. So we're not talking about the 85 Bears here on defense. And if Dak is completely healed, and Amari Cooper, who's going to be playing this weekend. And of course, you got Zeke Elliott. You got CeeDee Lamb, who's turning into being the freak of nature. And then you even have Michael Gallup and a Tony Pollard. That offense should be able to do some damage to that defense. Now, here's the other side of the fence. The question is, can the Dallas Cowboys defense keep this from being a track meet? Because we know Tampa Bay does have some great receivers. They do have the GOAT. They have a really good offense as well. But the way you defeat Tom Brady, if you go back and take a look at the Super Bowls that Tom Brady and the New England Patriots have lost, the thing that they have in common is great pass rushing. They put pressure in the face of Tom Brady. Tom Brady does not like to be attacked in his face. He does not like people at his knees. I'm just imagining here, Randy Gregory is like the Kraken about to be released. It's been quiet. He had a slight little ankle issue, didn't play in the game there this past week. But you see him looking like he's got his man body on, like he's put on a little bit more weight. He's got a little bit of an edge, and he's one of those guys that's looking out for redemption. He's got that chip on his shoulder because he feels like he was slighted last year because he didn't get the playing time he felt like he deserved. And he's ready to go out on a tear. So let's put him on one side. Then we have the always consistent DeMarcus Lawrence. And DeMarcus Lawrence attracts attention because he's DeMarcus Lawrence. Put in there, let's say, an OC. Put in there, Neville Gallimore won't be there, but let's put in there Quentin Bohannon, which is a rock that can help hold in the middle. But put in there the X factor in Micah Parsons. Micah Parsons, who can come from anywhere. Outside linebacker, inside linebacker. He can be somewhere manipulating on the line. That defensive line, if you're putting Tampa Bay in passing situation and passing downs, can put pressure on Tom Brady in his face and force him to throw and force him into an error, or at least slow down their offense enough that they can't keep up with the Dallas Cowboys. And I know you're going to say that you're crazy because you're talking about the defending Super Bowl champions, playing them at their house, their post-Super Bowl party. But I have seen it in person. After the Giants' last Super Bowl win, the very first game that Joe Boo went to was the Thursday night opener in New York City. Giants versus the Cowboys in what was meant to be the Giants' Super Bowl party. The Cowboys came in there and they kicked that Giant ass. But nobody, and I mean nobody, gave them a chance to do it. So don't act like this hasn't happened before. And don't act like Super Bowl teams from the NFC don't go downhill the next year. And that's why I believe that the Dallas Cowboys have a good chance to win this game against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But it all comes from the front seven. If that front seven can put that pressure on Tom Brady, Cowboys get a win. Call me crazy. They have before. That's why I believe the Cowboys get that win. Hope you guys are having a great day. And just got finished taking my first part of my contractor exam. Bam. Passed that one. Got to set up for the next one. As always, I hope you guys are having a great day. And I, of course, will be seeing you because, well, that's what I do. Peace.